But you approved the plans. They didn't make any changes that you didn't inspect. Now, look. No, I'm not trying to force you. I was just saying that... Never mind. Never mind.
Well, if the police department can't get the Department of Building and Safety to yield...
I tried.
But we didn't do any remodeling around here that wasn't approved.
They said those are the rules. It takes time.
We followed the rules.
They said you can't open without a final inspection.
They've inspected everything else.
Did you tell them we wouldn't solve their murder in case any of them should get killed?
They said you wouldn't want us to violate the rules just for you, would you, Lieutenant?
Well, no, that's not a very friendly attitude.
Do you know we'll have to pay everybody, the waiters, the kitchen crew, the musicians, all of them for tonight?
Lieutenant.
I'll see you later.
Don't go, Lieutenant. Miss Hart, my apologies for the interruption. Mr. Gunn.
Leslie, well, what brings
Lieutenant,
you here?
I will not be followed. I told you.
I will not have you getting killed.
I've survived worse bombardments than the one that destroyed my restaurant.
You're the only witness we have.
To what?
One mobster eliminates the other by blowing up his restaurant, and we don't know who's who.
We've been over this before. Either of two men could have done it. One was burned beyond recognition, the other escaped.
What about identification?
Leslie couldn't identify either one of them in our mug books.
Sounds like the only way to find him is to let him find Leslie.
Precisely. But that will never happen as long as a policeman is following me day and night. What is that?
Ex-Florentine, a superbe dish.
Never.
Comment?
You use chopped spinach instead of leaf spinach as the garnish.
I did have any... What do you think you are?
And you use bechamel sauce instead of Mornay. You are, to be kind, sir, a cutter of corners, but it isn't my problem. Lieutenant, call off your men.
You need protection.
I have survived wars and insurrections, assassinations.
How dare you criticize my cooking?
Sir, during the war, we cooked horse meat in open fields better than you prepare eggs in a modern kitchen. It's my life, and I have protected it. But if I don't have a kitchen, I have nothing.
But, Leslie, if you're dead, you don't have anything either.
And if we don't find the man who blew up his enemy and my restaurant simultaneously, the insurance company will delay settlement.
Nobody insults my cooking.
They will investigate.
That could take years.
Nobody, you hear?
And then they will say it was a bomb that killed the victim. But I will have perished by that time as well.
Step outside.
You are an amateur. I not only have a cordon bleu certificate and have prepared a golden menu with the greatest courtier, but I also hold my brown belt in judo. Now, back to your kitchen and no more frauds or deceptions.
Oh.
And take that atrocity with you.
Nous retrouverons, monsieur.
Allez, allez, vite. I sympathize with your position, but I abhor your techniques. The court will remove your police from my trail.
Oh, I don't think you can swing it.
Oh, I won a case like this before the war.
You mean your restaurant was blown up before?
Well, then I was an amateur chef and a professional lawyer. Today, I'm a maître de cuisine by profession and an amateur at law. You force me to be ungracious. Here is a subpoena for you to show cause why I am to be protected when I do not seek it.
How did you find me?
Very simple. I kept calling everyone I knew at City Hall until I found someone who knew where you were.
Lieutenant, what about my permit?
Now, Mr. Gunn, can you help me, or are you employed at the moment?
Only in helping Miss Hart get the final approval on the opening permit.
But the club opens tonight. How can it open? It can't open.
Leslie, if my mind serves me right, and it does, haven't I seen the superintendent of building and safety enjoying your excellent cuisine on numerous occasions?
Will you take my case? Thank you. Extension 691, please. Leslie here. Ah, yes. A pleasure as soon as I build a new one. Thank you. Thank you. You're too kind. Well, a favor. A lady, Miss Edie Hart, needs a final inspection of her supper club to open tonight. Thank you. Well, the superintendent of building and safety will be here in half an hour to sign your permit.
You did it. You did it.
Well, the second most important thing a gentleman can do for a beautiful woman is to help her when she's in distress.
Thank you, Leslie.
Keep an eye on the kitchen. The indiscriminate waste of butter or the theft of a few pounds of steak a day has broken many a fine establishment. Now, sir, shall we begin our deadly game?
Octopus?
Octopus?
This place is more like an aquarium than a grocery store.
This is not an ordinary grocery store, Mr. Gunn. They carry only the most exotic foods and wines. It's a gourmet's paradise. I know men who come here to study wine bottles and jars as art lovers go to the Metropolitan Museum.
Ah, mon ami, comment allez-vous?
C'est perdu, mon restaurant. On t'a raconté.
Oui, oui, je suis au courant.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Mr. Gunn, Mr. Riviera.
Mr. Riviera?
Oh, how do you do, sir? Please see that nothing happens to my friend.
Well, your friend here thought that you might be able to help us.
The proprietor of a grocery store knows very, very little about violence.
You wouldn't happen to know of anyone who does?
How about some belle paese, huh? A dish of fromage, belle paese, port salut, provolone.
And some spiced olives?
And a croissant or two?
Maybe brioche?
Ah, you know brioche.
Well, I know the pan that it's baked in. You see, someone hit me on the head with one once.
A terrible way to be introduced to such a good food.
Now, as to your question, Mr. Gunn, what were they like?
Who?
Well, the men who came to Leslie's place.
Oh, both were heavy-set. Both were American. Both professed a great appreciation of Mediterranean cooking. Thank you. One spoke about food a great deal.
Ah, gourmet.
A glutton. He stuffed canopies down his throat. And when I questioned his selection of wines, he flew into a rage.
That does not fit the one I thought of. Excuse me. Help you, monsieur?
No, thanks. I'll find it.
If you do not find it, just ask.
Thank you.
Well, the cooks?
I don't know.
Do you know this customer that just came in?
Never saw him before.
Do you?
No. Leslie, what difference would it make if the men who bombed your restaurant were cooks or gluttons or epicures?
We live in a world divided by those who have to feed others and those who must be fed.
But I've known cooks who committed murder.
Oh, no virtue or vice in either one. It merely defines the man.
Or a facet of the man.
Right. Very true. Only a facet.
Well, I've known timid men who were fat, violent men who were fat.
You undermine my favorite theories.
But a fat man who thinks he's a gourmet, but is really a glutton and wraps the whole thing up by killing anyone who gets in his way. That's more than a facet. That's a clue.
You find it, monsieur?
Yes, I have.
Thank you. Come again.
Right.
And our man likes Mediterranean cooking.
Sound like anyone you know?
There is one, perhaps.
The man walked out of here with a brown paper bag.
He walked in with one.
Yeah, a brown paper bag and a box.
Uh-oh.
Leslie?
Everybody, take cover. Get back. Back.
I don't like to meddle, but just what are you doing?
It's obvious I'm not a girl singer right now.
Well, at the risk of offending you, dear Hart, you're not much of a chef either.
What is she doing?
That's a good question, Leslie. Edie, do you know you have some customers outside?
I know that, and one of them ordered an omelet.
Ah, you're open for business. My friend the inspector came by.
It was your friend, the inspector, who ordered the omelet. But my friend, the chef, quit. Oh!
Here, steady.
The chef quit? Good. He was a fraud.
A fraud chef's better than no chef.
You shall have one. My chef is on salary to me until I reopen.
Glad you came back. Why did you?
Well, Jacoby said you needed me.
I called him. He said he didn't know where you were.
He found me in a grocery store. There.
You?
Well, the police were called when somebody tried to blow up Leslie. Seems like somebody's always trying to blow up Leslie.
Pronto. Devi lavorare stasera. Sì. Alla ristorante Edie's. E devi venire subito, eh? Ma subito. Sì. Va bene. Ciao. He'll be here in a matter of minutes. Now you two go charm the guests while I prepare the superintendent's omelet.
Oh, wait a minute.
Oh. Mr. Superintendent, Leslie himself is preparing your omelet.
Did you get that autopsy report on the man who came to dinner?
Not yet.
Long time to put an autopsy report together, isn't it?
The report will be short. It's putting the victim together that's going to take so long.
Are we being a little caustic tonight, Lieutenant?
You're so kind. Pete, try this. A new outfit, an out-of-town outfit, sets up a quick killing, but it backfires because one witness survives.
So?
So we don't know who we're looking for, but they do, Leslie.
You're forgetting, Lieutenant. We don't have to find them. They have to find us. They'll stay nervous as long as Leslie's alive.
The Maître quit, too.
But I only insulted the chef.
He was the chef's brother. Leslie, you'll have to take over. This is just simply too much for a girl vocalist to manage.
Well, should I, Mr. Gunn?
Why not? You might attract some of your more violent clientele.
And the sooner they find me, the sooner we find them.
The we includes me again.
Well, in view of the fact, Lieutenant, that Maître leads the way to the tables and that such a function requires me to turn my back on the customers, I welcome your presence. Huh. Ah, good evening. Leslie welcomes you to Edie's. This way, please.
Looks like the girl singer's back in business.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Pete.
For what?
Sticking my neck out. Using Leslie as bait not only endangers the place, but Edie's customers as well.
It's a risk, but a calculated one. Besides, there's nothing to fear with you here.
Your overwhelming confidence touches me. It's going to be a long night.
Unless someone plans to shorten it for us.
The leaves of brown came tumbling down. Remember, in September, in the rain. The sun went out just like a dying ember. That September, in the rain. To every word of love I heard you whisper.
It was a long night after all.
It's not over yet, Leslie.
Lovely girl. Lovely voice.
Though spring is here, to me it's still September. That September in the rain. September September in the rain.
Thanks, you come again. Good night, sir. Good night, ma'am. Good night. Oh, I'm terribly sorry, sir, but we're closing.
Lieutenant, water, the kitchen. Wait a minute, outside. Leslie?
Clear the area. Everybody down, come on. There's an emergency. Get back down there. Stop that vehicle. Stop it. Get down. Police business. Now.
Open the door and keep your back to us.
You may proceed to clean up. Kitchen is a place to keep clean. Oh, calm. What's happening out there?
You're right, Mr. Garson. They all went outside.
They'll be back. Now remember, no cop gets hurt, no policeman is shot. You'll have them on your tail for the rest of your life. Well, go on, go about your business. Oh!
Phone for a detail.
Edie.
Edie! Edie!
That's enough. Where's the cop?
He didn't come in, Mr. Garson.
You have an unusual ability, Chef. Too bad you had to be around.
You, sir, wouldn't know good cooking from swill. You eat delicacies like a pig.
You're not going to be here very long, so make your big talk.
You came to my restaurant and stuffed yourself. You talk food like an illiterate talks about literature.
I have tasted the finest cooking in the world. I know as much as you or anybody.
I could prepare a dish with one common herb and you wouldn't recognize it.
Before, killing you was business. Now it will be personal. Out the back.
sorry, Lieutenant. We're closed for the evening.
Help! Somebody let me out of here.
Well, as usual, Lieutenant, you're just in time to save the fair lady. May I have your pass key?
Somebody let me out of here!
Just a minute. That better?
Mm-hmm.
Quite a night.
Mm-hmm.
How do you like being an entrepreneur?
You watch your language.
What's the matter? You're still a little shook up?
No, I was just thinking.
About what?
About Leslie.
Thanks a lot.
He's amazing.
Why?
We never could have opened without him.
I know.
You'll pardon the lateness of the hour.
I will?
A paradox has occurred to me. It was, to say the least, a frenetic opening, and in all the excitement, Miss Hart didn't have a chance to eat.
Well, I wouldn't worry about it, Leslie. I'll whip up something.
Quite unnecessary.
Leslie, how lovely. You will join us.
A cardinal rule of my profession. Prepare it, serve it, a few words of cheer, and then away. Bon appetit.
Thank you. Problem?
What if he had joined us?
Everybody says you're such a smart fellow. He only set the table for two.